There are lives that are measured by the number of years they lived. And then there are lives measured by the number of hearts they touched. Some people are remembered because they achieved greatness. Others because they gave greatness away. Today we remember a man whose journey was never about fame, wealth, or recognition. His life's greatest desire was simply to serve, to heal, to love, and to point others towards God. This is a story of a life completely surrendered to purpose. Every remarkable journey has a beginning. Before hospital corridors, before church pulpits, before crusades, and even prayer meetings, there was simply a little boy. On the 21st day of October 1949, God blessed the family of Elder George Essien Udom and Deaconess Elizabeth Udom with a son named Ebong Joseph Essien Udom. Though born in Ibadan, his roots remained firmly planted in Ikorakbanya, Asuna. Those humble beginnings quietly prepared him for a life that would touch generations. Education became one of the earliest pathways through which destiny revealed itself. From Aberdeen School to Ibadan Grammar School, he embraced learning with determination. Even the destruction of the Nigerian Civil War could not stop his pursuit for knowledge. He continued his studies and eventually gained admission into the University of Ibadan, graduating as a medical doctor in 1977. A young doctor stood ready to serve humanity. Medicine was never just a profession. It was compassion, clothed in a white coat. Through internship, national service, and years of practice, he devoted himself to restoring hope. In Jos, he helped establish a respected medical center and later expanded his vision through Domville Medical Center and Environmental Services in Port Harcourt. Wherever he went, he sought to live lives and communities better than he found them. Behind the accomplished professional was a devoted husband, father, and grandfather. Together with his beloved wife, Dr. Mrs. Umar Edet Udom, he built a home filled with love, discipline, and faith. Success was never measured by titles, but by the family he nurtured and the values he passed to the next generation. Music was another language of his heart. From his school days to adulthood, he formed musical groups and eventually brought his own family together through music. Their performances were not just entertainment, they were expressions of unity, joy, and love. In 1999, everything changed. He surrendered his life completely to Jesus Christ. The doctor became an evangelist. The businessman became a soul winner. His passion for Christ led to years of faithful ministry, preaching the gospel with humility and conviction. He inspired the annual Asuna for Christ crusade, a vision that grew into Prayer School Asuna. Year after year, lives were transformed through the teaching of God's word. Whether in cities or villages, his heartbeat remained the same: to serve God and serve people. After decades of ministry, he returned home to Asuna in 2025. Retirement did not end his service, it deepened it. He revived Bible studies, evangelism, and prayer, faithfully laboring until the closing chapter of his earthly journey. On the 26th day of May 2026, Evangelist Dr. Ebong, Joseph Essien Udom, peacefully answered the Master's call. The doctor has laid down his stethoscope. The evangelist had preached his final sermon. The servant had gone home. Some people leave behind possessions. Others leave behind memories. He left behind a legacy of faith, compassion, integrity, and service. His influence lives on in his family, his ministry, his community, and every life he touched. Truly, he fought the good fight. He finished the race, and he kept the faith. Rest well, faithful servant of Christ. Your legacy lives on.